Hey y'all, welcome in or welcome back. Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be pulling cards on camera without the little circle. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to see what Spirit wants to talk about with our What's It About deck. Alright. So we got romance / love, something about blame being put on the moon again. Can't really read it because it's backwards. Emotional issue. Check out the Diagnostic Alchemical deck. About two people / beings and forging a new identity beyond labels and roles. Okay. So quick little update. Today I had to drop off my vehicle to try to get it fixed. And on the way there was quite a few crows and stuff, which I found interesting. And then one of the crows had white eyes, which I thought was really cool. And then on my way walking back to my house, there was a bumblebee on the sidewalk. It was giving Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. So I did my best to help the bumblebee. I picked it up and I put it in what I believe was a safe place for it, which was under like a tree with some, like by the mulch and stuff. I don't know. So anyway, I take that as a sign, as a bad omen. But again, I don't know. Let's see. Spiritual bypassing versus emotional processing. Okay. Because like the bees represents the people's hope. So let's do the Diagnostic Alchemical Oracle, I guess, and see what's going on. I mean, I can't blame people, you know, like this reality bites. It really bites. The way things are is just, it's not natural. It's not how things are supposed to be. It's not how they could be. They could be a much better way very easily if the right leaders were in charge. Emotional illiteracy. Shadow signal, inability to name feelings, hidden intelligence, underdeveloped emotional language. Transmutation method, affect label expansion, learn nuanced emotion vocabulary. Okay. Affect label expansion. So y'all can look that up. Nuanced emotion vocabulary. Let's see. Mastery in reverse, 9 of Hearts. 9 of Hearts is my counterpart in the mystical family of 7 in the cartomancy. It's the twin of the 7 of diamonds. It's like Saturn energy. Let's see. Name a skill that you were working hard to improve. How do you know when you have mastered it? If there were no grades, then what can you do to prove that you've learned something? Okay. So there's something somebody's working on, or well, really, this was in reverse. So there's something somebody has not mastered. Since we are talking about love, and because I just brought this up about this being a counterpart, there's definitely something going on there, alright? So somebody, I think, has a hard time expressing their emotions, standing up. They have a hard time standing up. This is 8 of clubs. 8s is glory. Clubs is like divine. It's emanation, so it could be magic. It could be talking about magic. It could be just talking about willpower. There's no willpower to achieve the mastery because there's no glory involved. Describe a time when your friend asked you to do something that you didn't want to do or should not do. Anything you would do differently? What can you do when someone pressures you to do something? So this is like speaking on like conditioning that society has brought on for people I'm being drawn to the Guardian of the Freedom book, and it's got like a Jedi on it. Basically to avoid, you know, rising up, standing up against the oppressors. Oh, it's a sword. I thought that was this is my view that I had. I thought this was a lightsaber. I mean, this person is dressed like a Jedi, so. As the seeds of rebellion are planted in the American colonies, can the Pendragon line continue to preserve the British Empire? Let's see. Don't know how to be free, then you'll learn. Massa, say we ain't bright enough to learn to be on our own. The master is sorely mistaken. And who be you to question Massa? This just fell down. That might be significant for somebody. Alright. This is like, I don't know what's going on here, but oh, a masked rogue who seeks to right a few wrongs and break a few rules. This isn't like quotes. I don't know. I'm probably like being really confusing right now. It's the way I'm reading it. Break a few heads too. That too, I grinned. I had found a new career. I'd fare better within the greater population of Williamsburg. I ran too much risk of being recognized as 5 Oaks. As soon as I saw Dulcie to safety, I'd hie myself into the city. Hours later, I thought to remove my mask and stuff it behind the saddle. Later, I would dispose of the thing where Sir Thomas could not find it. Funny enough, like the whole thing with like Thomas, something at the gates of heaven or something. There's a song, Jesus Christ by Brand New, and it's like, when I arrive. Oh no, I'm singing the wrong part. Well, it's not me singing, but it's like something about when he arrives at the gates, will Thomas ask to see my hands? And on my way home from school the other day, there was I guess you could call it a pickup. It was like a work vehicle for like a landscaping company or something like that. And it said Tommy Gate on it. And it had a phone number. I thought that was interesting. Because if you know the whole lore of everything I've talked about, it's pretty significant to see that. To me, that's signaling that we're nearing the end here to get towards the final gate. Like the Tommy Gate is like the final gate, like the boss battle gate. Or it's the one before the final gate, I think. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure it's the, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, alright, hours later, blah, blah, blah. Sir Thomas could not find it and use it as evidence of my crimes against him. What is this mask? It's so interesting because the freaking mask fell. What of his crimes against Dulcie? By the rules of society, he had committed no crime yet. By the rules of this society, Dulcie was his property to do with as he pleased. I was the criminal for disrupting his lawful attempts to breed a slave. Society cared not that the girl was his daughter, a human being. I cared not for a society that allowed such atrocities. Returning to Five Oaks for my trunks and my journal made my stomach turn. Later, I would sneak back and retrieve my books, but not the cumbersome clothes of a oh my god, clothes like this, clothes. I suck at enunciating, man. Of a governess. I left that behind as my familiar and I rode east toward the city where I would recover my other blades from the man I thought I could love. Oh, speaking of blades and recovering them, there was I saw a news article the other day, I think was it a student? No. It was a hiker in Norwegia. Found a golden, like a piece of a sword underneath a fallen tree. I think that's super interesting. Okay. Because there's a lot of stuff going on with people retrieving their items from the past. Which I want to say right now that the item that I used involving my children's father for the whole no prisoners thing, I would like that to be returned to him, his emanation, his I don't know how else to say it, his energetic signature. Okay. So, I'm giving the universe permission to do that. if it's the right thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not interfering in any of it. Okay? I feel like it's kind of like a Cinderella glass slipper deal. So, yeah. Alright, anyway. Society cared not that the girl was his daughter, a human being. I cared not for a society that allowed such atrocities. I love that, yes. That's what my interpretation of the bee on the sidewalk is like, I feel like the majority of people are extremely hopeless. They're burnt out. We can't keep going on like this. Okay? The way things are, it's literally an atrocity. This is not how things are supposed to be. And there's immense suffering going on that's completely uncalled for. While all you elitist fuckwads are partying it up and having a grand old time in your fucking ballrooms and your yachts. While there's little children scrounging around for food, living amongst cockroaches and black mold. Yeah. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Call yourself a leader. It's fucking disgusting. It's appalling. It's abhorrent. Society cared not. Okay. Returning to Five Oaks for my trunks. Okay. I would sneak back and retrieve my books, but not the cumbersome clothes of a governess. I left that life behind as my familiar and I rode east towards the city where I would recover my other blades from the man I thought I could love. Tonight, I hated all men. I feel you, girl. I feel you. Especially those who thought with their cocks rather than their brains. Yeah. Wow. This was a really good page to turn to. Oh my goodness. Faint rose-colored light awakened the fields. Heavy dew glistened upon the corn in the Indian maize. Field after field rolled away along the gentle hills in every direction. Crooked fences made of split rails laid atop each other in zigzags marked the divisions of crops and ownerships. Behind the fences often lay neat farmhouses, usually made of white clapboard. Some more prosperous farmers built with brick. The dirt road seemed well graded and dry. Few deep ruts or potholes threatened the horse's steady gait. We ate up the miles quickly. As we neared the city, traffic increased. Farmers brought their wagons onto the road laden with cabbages and carrots and fresh vegetables. Other farmers drove sheep and pigs and a few milch cows ahead of them. Afraid that someone might recognize Sir Thomas's horse, I abandoned the roads for the fields and copses, C-O-P-S-E-S, I don't know, that lined the way. Half a mile outside the city, I dismounted and turned the horse so that he headed back toward his clean stable and fresh grain. A smart whack upon his ample rump made him turn his head to look at me. His wide eyes questioned my intentions. Go home, Rex. I whacked him again, a little bit harder. He dipped his head and munched on a tuft of grass. All right, stay here. I had sounds about right. the animals love the people with the good hearts, you know, usually. I guess unless they're Agent Smith or something. Agent Smithed. Yeah. Said that right. I headed towards the city at a brisk walk. Within a few steps, I heard heavy hoofbeats upon the ground. I peeked over my shoulder to make sure Rex had indeed decided to go home. What are you doing? The horse bobbed his head and bumped against my shoulder. His entire attitude suggested that if he misinterpreted my orders, 'twas my fault. You need to go home, I informed him, trying once more to turn him in the proper direction. He resisted and draped his huge head over my shoulder. Then he relaxed his knees as if he expected me to hold him up. Get up, you great oaf. Reluctantly, he assumed responsibility for remaining upright. If you weren't already gilded, I'd do it to you now. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming maybe he's cutting his balls off or something. Then I heard what drove him. Oblagid mewed plaintively, did I say that right? I don't know. From her nest beneath the saddle blanket. Silly kitten, I scooped up the sleepy cat. You were so quiet I forgot about you. I'm not used to a companion in a fight. My familiar answered my snuggling into my arms and purring. She was more than willing to accept responsibility for my neglect. I rubbed my face against her fur. Yeah, and speaking of neglect, myself and everyone else who suffered at the hands of all you shitty-ass leaders are not going to accept responsibility for your fucking neglect. I rubbed my face against her fur, apologizing profusely. My anger at the loss of my weapons evaporated. Cool logic came to mind. I knew precisely where, when, and how to retrieve them. I walked the horse to a spot beside the road where he would be found and tied the reins to a low branch. He neighed in a plaintive tone and I abandoned him. I will not add the capital crime of horse theft to the long list I have committed this night, I whispered to him. He kept up a discordant racket as Oblagid and I continued into the city. So, someone on a quest to seek justice for someone who is okay with enslaving people, particularly their own daughter. So, yeah. So we're all gonna forge some new identities beyond labels and rules. Or roles, whatever. And say to all you shitty ass leaders out there, because you don't have mastery, you don't stand up for what's right, you got your big beautiful plans, right? Where are they? Because as far as I could see, a whole lot of fucking nothing has been going on. What else? 4 of spades in reverse. Community in reverse. Separating everybody. United we stand, right? We're not standing. Divided we fall. That's what they want. Takes a village to raise a child. You separated us all, made us all hate each other, right? Good job. Good job. Describe the members of your family. What does everyone have in common? What about differences? Describe your neighborhood. What do families have in common? How is your city similar or different from other places you know? You know, people just focus way too much on meaningless bullshit nonsense. Everyone needs to get back to the basics. Sustainability is key. Art, music, beauty is key. Community is key. Not your separatist bullshit where you get to go live high up on your fucking throne of shit, your throne of lies. Compassion, agency, and courage. Queen of Spades. So we got the Queen of Swords coming out in the upright. Describe a time when you gave up your time, money, or convenience to help someone. Yeah, I'd love to hear that from all you leaders out there. All you assholes with endless funds that you could be using to change the world, but instead you just keep it in your fucking bank account and do nothing. How did you feel before, during, and afterward? What can you do to get to know a family member, a friend, a stranger, the environment? There will come soft rains. Agency. Describe a time when you made a decision or did something on your own. How did it feel? How did it feel when you didn't let mommy or daddy pull your puppet strings? What did it mean to be in control of your life, a pet's life? Since we're all your pets, right? This is a pet shop. How do you convince someone to trust you with this responsibility? I don't know. Maybe show some compassion. Maybe have a little fucking courage. Stop being a little bitch. Think of a movie character or someone you know who showed courage. How? Why? Describe a time when you stood up for yourself or another person. Why did you do it? How did it feel? I'm not sure you've ever done that. Underemployment despite high capability. All of the true leaders were made into hobos on the side of the street. What is it called? Binded up their crowns so that they can't even think straight. Fed them fucking endless suffering and addiction and enemies after enemies after enemies with no weapons, no shields to protect them. Yeah. You're all a bunch of fucking cowards. And you're gonna get what's coming for you. Alright, so now let's move on to this love bullshit going on here. And I say that because I think we all know why I say that. Alright, who are these two beings, Spirit? Let's see. If I get cut off, I'm going to have to do a part 2. I did not delete any of my other stuff. I'm just going to try to be quick and be done with this. Alright, so I just had to like shuffle all the deck without wasting too much time on recording that. And this was on the floor, something we don't know. It was in the reverse. Trust. What happens when you don't keep your word? Name 3 ways you can be a dependable friend or family member. What are the benefits of having someone's trust? What are the benefits of that? I wonder. All right. So when I was splitting the deck before, we saw Kalis, which is the sky god. We saw Poseidon, and we saw Dragon. And then I saw Goblins. Now when I'm splitting the deck, we got Eagle and your paternal uncle. Biological. Alright, Spirit. Who is this love story about? Romance love. We don't want nothing with no family members. That's disgusting. Pleiadians, just like fell. Bird. Pleiadians. A bird. A mermaid. And Mothman. Fucking Mothman. Again. So... something about ops coming out. Who are the ops? Not a fish person. The ops are not fish. Tulpa in reverse. Not a tulpa, so it's not something somebody emanated, somebody imagined up or conjured up. It's something else. Space aliens under that. Maybe the Pleiadians. Sea goat. This comes out a lot. My couple videos back, I asked AI to make me a thumbnail, and I said just, you know, make like a mystic that's dressed as a therapist with glasses on, holding a clipboard, and then her client's laying on like a chaise lounge or whatever, and it's a mystical being, and I said just pick any mystical being, and that's the one that they chose. My children's father was a Capricorn, actually, which is funny enough. Your husband. He was an Aquarius tropically, and then he was actually a Capricorn, though. Alright, their mother. So, yeah, this has been coming up a lot. Somebody's love interest or whatever's mother, and they're sending shadow people out. That's come up a lot with like somebody's mother being like in love with their child, like, on some creepy shit. Could also be their child's mother that's doing it. Something about a place, a location. Let's see. A recycling center. a skyscraper, a greenhouse, a gazebo. Oh, that's where my kid's father asked me to marry him. Grocery store, and a well for water. Maybe it's, I don't know what's going on with that whole well situation, the Ireland well situation, but did they activate the final well yet? Was that even real? Nuclear weapons. Somebody's using these places something about these places having, they're essentially like comparable to nuclear weapons, okay? A greenhouse. They're nuclear weapons for the scumbags, I would say, that need to be recycled. We need a break. We need a break from all these people. Okay? I honestly believe that people are still gonna, it's not gonna be as boring as people may think. It's not gonna be no opportunity for growth and development and learning without all these villains. There's too many of them. There's too many of these. Where is it? Where's the card? There's too many. There's too fucking many. It's just like, oh my god. I can't breathe. They're literally like everywhere. It's like sickening. It's making me want to vomit, man. The ski slopes, yeah. The doctors, surgeons that like to think about other things when they should be focusing on what their fucking job is. They're focused on skiing. Lawyers, politicians. Everyone. Instead of focusing on the job, they're thinking about dumb shit. Okay? I don't know any other examples. I can't think of any other examples. Alright, so that was kind of weak. It's a little better. Alright. Call justice on them bitches. Pull from the justice deck and see what we got going on here. Paper trail, hidden details, emails, documents, screenshots reveal the truth. Alright, so somebody in the UFO, UAP, whatever hearing today was talking about how he smuggled documents out of Russia. Underneath that is international outcry, global voices demand accountability, pressure forces action in the reverse. So like this is in the process. That's already been in the process. Alright, one more, Spirit. We'll take it. I wanted to flip out. We'll do it in another one. There we go. So, What did I say for... I don't remember. Shit. Oh, so this is, it's just been enacted, or it's just been, when it's in the reverse, when it's in the reverse, it means it's already in the past, it's been enacted, okay? When it's sideways, it's in the process. So the audit, systems, finances, or power structures undergo intense scrutiny. Yes, that's what I'm doing right now. Universal weighing, your intentions and actions are measured on a cosmic scale. Okay? Alright, what do you want to talk about this love story, Spirit? I'm just pretty sick of love stories. I've never really had one. It's always just been bullshit. I'm not a real good person to talk about it, you know? Let's see. Shows speedy sickness. For who? It is next to the ops, so in the process, company, business, work in the reverse. So a company, a business that is malefic. They're going down. Anything else? Don't make any change in the reverse. It's because they're refusing to change. They're refusing to adapt to the demands of the side that is not batshit fucking crazy and deranged. Yeah, you will never want, you will want, all you motherfuckers that are refusing to change your dirty business deeds. You will be unfortunate in marriage. You will never have love. Not real love. You took away love from everyone who actually represents that. You took away our ability to actually do anything to change the world, to make it a better place. Until honestly, it's like, it's too fucking late at this point. Like, how many warnings do you have to get? How many, like, plans do you have to be given? Ideas, like, that you're well aware of, that you could do, and you still choose not to do them. You still choose to do stupid shit like, oh, let's support sports for little kids. Like, all the things that you could be doing. And that's top on your list? The only thing I could say that I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it, was the psychedelics thing. That's the only thing. Oh wow, and you made eggs cheaper? Oh my god. You know what a real fucking leader would do? They would make education for people to be able to learn how to produce their own food and take care of their own chickens and stuff like that. Okay? First aid, foraging, building, you know, agriculture, things that everybody needs to know how to do should be taught in school. And then you got, you know, the specialized skills like surgeons and, you know, I want to say firefighters, like, you know, just all that other stuff, okay? But are you doing anything to promote sovereignty for anybody or sustainability? No, you're not. You're just like, drill, baby, drill. Like, you're a fucking loser. You're an op. You're literally an op, bro. You're a fucking op. Your sibling that you talk about all the time doesn't fucking like you. A crafty, self-serving youth is sleeping alone. Or they will be. Or you think you're sleeping next to some hot bitch, but you're really not. If you were to actually be able to see what they really look like, you'd run away screaming after you shit yourself. Yeah. The Lovers indeed. The Sun. And somebody's trying to say I'm apathetic and I have no heart or whatever. Well, Spirit just said I'm not guilty of apathy, so shut the fuck up. If anyone's guilty of apathy, it's all you scumbags that watch everybody suffer endlessly and you do nothing except laugh at them and make shit worse. And then try to put yourself up on a pedestal like you're... Like, your fucking roses don't smell like poo-poo. Your roses fucking smell like poo-poo, bro. Alright. Let's see. What else? So we got the Cosmic Writer writing up a new script. Kicking bitches out of the house. There will be life after death. This secret society that's corrupt. The birds don't like you. Your theater, your Truman Show is getting taken the fuck out. We're not going to be your fucking theme park anymore for you stupid fucking aristocrats that think you're hot shit. You're not hot shit, bitch. Give me 5 minutes alone with you. Talk your shit behind a fucking screen. Send your shadow people at me to fucking rape me in my sleep some more. How about you come to my face and try that shit? The vampires don't fucking like you either. And they're gonna fucking get you, bitch. You ain't gonna figure it out. And your fucking bullshit music that you use to... What is it called? Control people or condition people like Brave New World. It's not a riddle what you're doing. You're using it to be gatekeepers, vile pieces of shit. Your stupid fucking cults, your stupid villains, you don't possess the dangerous knowledge that you're seeking. But true friends, true soulmates, true lovers are going to survive the disasters. You're not going to pull off your fucking heist, robbing people of their families, putting them in hospitals where they get raped. You're not going to keep locking artists in their bedrooms as prisons. The businessmen are not going to get fucking love because they suck. These shitty ass proposals where they're trying to trick the divine feminine into marrying them so that they can hijack their upper dimensional access is being revoked. The detectives, the true detectives, see you, bitch. The insane motherfuckers and the killers have no morality. Their morality is being looked at. Something about an asteroid. The moon, the dark matter in their brain. What they've been doing to the children. Also, them pretending to be children by Agent Smithing children. Causing people to be in poverty by making crazy shit happen in people's households. You refused to help. You just wanted to, you were not generous. You just wanted to make people suffer, create more ailing persons. And now you're running. But you're not going to have your fucking holiday. And this is the truth. You will be under attack. You are not divine creation. You're not going to have your secret fucking life. You're not going to have your fucking memories. Or actually... let's see here. Yeah, the secret life of what you did, yeah. This is reminding me of where I live. This is somebody outside of my house. This is my bedroom window, and they're looking like they just did some shit, and they're running away. Your secret life of doing this fucking bullshit to people, where you Agent Smith their family members and fuck up their life. You're gonna get recycled. That's God's promise. You want to do that to everybody else? Watch what happens. The temple. The true church. The true order of chivalry. There's no countdown to doom for that. But you not representing an idealistic or organization, pretending you do, but you fucking don't. You're all talk. You're gonna have mass chaos. Chaos is coming for you, bitch. And people are going to take pictures of it and they're going to laugh at you. The ones that you've hurt endlessly. We're going to make a home movie of you. Fucking loser. And nobody's going to find you either. Because nobody gives a fuck. You're not going to go to outer space. God's army is coming for you. You're not gonna hide inside of your... What is it called? Fuck, what is it called? You're not gonna hide behind a mask on the internet, okay? Your fate is sealed. You're gonna feel the baneful wrath of the true gods. This is a psychic vision that I'm giving you right now. Your story is over. Your story sucks. That's been led by these fucking priests that are demonically possessed. Demon, demonically possessed. Again, with the library in reverse, your shitty ass stories where you've been hiding the secret knowledge, you've been locking up the secret knowledge, the sacred knowledge. Anyone who's been contributing to that, your vessel is going to be taken, your vehicle is going to be hijacked, your keys are going to be handed over, and we're going to win the battle. Not the big fucking shitty ass corporation. And the news is going to cover it. All you motherfuckers who thought you got away with crime, there will be justice. There will be nightmares for this criminal organization. They're not going to be buried in a box. They're going to be made into memorabilia so that we can learn from the lives of others and not make the same mistakes. You're going to be put in a fucking museum just like you did to all of us. I'm gonna leave it there. I think that's pretty good. That's a great love story right there. This is the best part. What does it mean to be a true friend? What does it mean trust? It's a big one. You've had your chance. You've had your chance. over and over and over again, and you chose wrong over and over and over and over again, and your time is over. You need to stop what you're doing and grow the fuck up. There's nowhere you can run. You can't run to outer space. You can't run from God's army. There will be no help for you. And that's all I gotta say. Alright, let's do, pick a number between 1 through 5. Oh, let's see what the fear is today. Cleaning the garbage disposal. Taking the trash out. We gotta clean the garbage disposal. It hasn't been cleaned in a while. Overpaying. Yeah, of course y'all are scared of overpaying people. Forgetting your spouse's birthday. You know, people that don't deserve to get paid, especially overpaid, you should be scared of that, because that's one of the main fucking problems here. And we got alligators and break-ins. It's giving crocodile or whatever from Suicide Squad. Balloons. It's giving It energy. Having a baby in reverse. Going broke. The Dark. Public embarrassment. Wolves. Somebody's scared of all that stuff. And then we had parking garages, which is, you know, having to face all that stuff and just sit there in it, being trapped. Well, that's what you did to all of us. And you fucking took pictures while you did it. And you laughed. And you mocked. While you had your little fucking soirees, sat on your high horses, and told yourselves and all your friends that you're better than everyone else. That you're the master. You ain't the fucking master of me, bitch. Who's the lawyer now? Who's the lawyer now? Oh my god. I can't make this shit up. Still don't believe me though, right? Alright, 1 through 5. Number 1. Beware the fury of a patient man. Haven't seen that one in a hot minute. Number 2, what it do? You can have anything you want if you want it desperately enough. Number 3, what will set you free? Getting together with old friends brings new adventures. Domestic conditions demand your attention. Maybe you need to clean your house or something. Let's see. What do you need to do? You need to go to the doctor. And you need to help with dishes and clear the table. Okay? Something about a toxic trait you got going on. Alright? Freelance editor and writer in the reverse. So you're not the script that you're writing for your life. It sucks. All right, number 4. Where is your door? We are made to persist. That's how we find out who we are. So survive. You know, even the most villainous character sometimes ends up being the fan favorite, right? There's always a chance for redemption. But I'm just saying, I could feel the energy and it is fed up. It is done. Done. Like, the games gotta stop. Alright. Number 5. What will keep you alive? The greatest remedy for anger is delay. So, for example, if what I'm saying is pissing you off, instead of acting on it, maybe you should sit and think. Maybe go sit under a tree and get some downloads from the universe instead of being an egotistical fucking maniac. Take time to relax, especially when you don't have time for it. Alright. So, that's the messages I have for you guys. We also got this. You're the only one who knows the truth. Okay? So, that's the messages I have for y'all. Oh, I'm going to roll some Astro Dice real quick as well for y'all. Alright, pick a number 2, 1 through 5. Number 1, you got North Node in Taurus in the 2nd house. Number 2, you got South Node in Libra in the 5th house. Number 3, you got Pluto in Leo in the 1st house. Number 4, you got Pluto in Scorpio in the 10th house. And number 5, you got the Moon in Aries in the 6th house. And what about the collective in general, Spirit? We got Neptune in Aquarius in the 4th house. Alright, guys, that's what I have for you. I know it's been an absolute pleasure with my angry attitude. But, you know, it's all with love. And this was all Spirit, guys. This is not me. I don't threaten people. I make promises. But that was all Spirit, okay? Amen. Ramen. All hail the flying spaghetti monster. Bye!